Should you buy XRP with $1,000 or Cardano? Even if you're only trying to place a smaller investment of around $1,000 or so, it makes sense to bet on the fastest horse. On that note, both XRP and Cardano have experienced significant catalysts lately, including news of their potential inclusion in a planned United States digital asset stockpile, assuming it's actually implemented. There might be more good news in store for both of them in the future too, but which one is going to be the better investment to hold over the next 5 years, and why? This chain is executing its plans effectively. XRP and its chain are tightly focused on serving financial institutions that need to transfer large sums of money across international borders. When those institutions use XRP for transfers instead of a legacy technology like the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication, SWIFT, they can reduce their transfer costs substantially while also avoiding currency exchange fees, which helps them to shore up their bottom lines. So there's a core incentive to use the coin, which is also the main reason it has value. As coin holders need to buy more XRP to process larger transfers, there's also a built-in mechanism for it to gain in value over time, provided that, on average, holders are deriving utility from it. At the same time, Ripple, the business that issues XRP, is developing the chain to appeal to that same group of clients even more by building features like real-world asset tokenization. It sounds complicated, but essentially the idea of real-world asset tokenization is taking assets like US Treasuries, commodities, or real estate, and inputting them such that they're trackable and tradable on XRP's blockchain. For banks and other financial players, having a centralized ledger to track those assets, as well as more liquid assets like XRP and stablecoins, is more efficient since there are fewer steps that they need to take before transferring or selling them. So there's more than one driver of demand for the coin, and reason to believe that Ripple will keep creating more drivers for more demand. Competition can be problematic. Cardano was created as a response to the problems of Ethereum, like high gas fees as well as its sometimes chaotic approach to its technology development. Thus, Cardano is a smaller, cheaper-to-use, slightly faster and more carefully managed version of its larger competitor. The last point is actually the most important for its merit as an investment. Compared to the development strategies of other chains, Cardano's approach is highly collaborative, deliberate in its pace, and fairly academic in nature. Peer review is a core pillar of its development cycle, which meshes well with its intention to be highly democratized and decentralized in its governance. Importantly, those ideals are distinct from something you would expect to be marketed to a particular demographic for the purposes of making money in some way, like XRP. But they're also why Cardano is struggling to iterate its technology quickly enough to be a place where blockchain developers want to build their projects. Having a collaborative core tech process and being a bit less expensive to use than Ethereum isn't going to attract people when it means they'll need to work with a chain that has a market cap of only $24.4 billion. Ethereum's market cap is $228.4 billion, which means that there's a vast amount of additional capital for newcomers to raise their war chests from. And that's before even taking into account other alternatives that are dramatically cheaper and faster, while also offering a much larger capital base than Cardano, like Solana. There's a clear choice here. XRP is the better coin to invest $1,000 in compared to Cardano. It isn't clear who Cardano is intended for, or how it will be able to compete against both Ethereum and Solana at the same time, despite having fewer resources and a slower pace of development. In contrast, XRP's chain has a clear roadmap that will continue to make it a more lucrative purchase for its intended users over time, and in all probability, that will make its price continue to rise too. Don't miss this second chance at a potentially lucrative opportunity. Ever feel like you missed the boat in buying the most successful stocks? Then you'll want to hear this. On rare occasions, our expert team of analysts issues a double-down stock recommendation for companies that they think are about to pop. If you're worried you've already missed your chance to invest, now is the best time to buy before it's too late. And the numbers speak for themselves. Right now, we're issuing double-down alerts for 3 incredible companies, and there may not be another chance like this anytime soon. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.